When the facts bend reality, this is beyond plausible.
On land, in the deep sea, on every continent, in the heart of the ocean, except for the icy regions. From the temperate East Africa to the dense forests of South America, from the most remote places in the world to your backyard corner. Long before civilization formed, even before human history began. Enduring the erosion of time, the tempering of evolution, unwavering in the face of enemies. The oldest reptiles still proudly exist. Turtles. Turtles, the common name for all members of the order Testudines. There are three distinct terms for the three different suborders of turtles. The term turtle mainly refers to families of turtles that live both on land and in water. Tortoises are turtles that live on land, while terrapins are a group of small turtles living in brackish waters. Species in all three groups are closely related, distributed across more than 14 families with over 300 species. They share characteristics with both herbivores and carnivores. Turtles can be found worldwide, from south of the Arctic to near Antarctica. Their sizes are also very diverse. The largest is the leatherback turtle, over 2 meters long, weighing up to over 900 kilograms. To the smallest, the speckled tortoise, just over 7 centimeters long and weighing over 140 grams. Turtles evolved 220 million years ago in the late Triassic period, also known as the Triassic. Originating from the common ancestor of crocodiles and dinosaurs, turtle ribs evolved to curve backward, forming a hard shell, protecting both the upper and lower body. The skull was also simplified, teeth degenerated, forming strong jaws that are essentially direct extensions from the skull. By the early Jurassic period, turtles had a shape nearly similar to today, differing only in size. For example, the Archelon turtle grew up to nearly 4 meters long, transitioning to live in the vast oceans by the end of the Cretaceous period. Since then, all turtle species share the same basic shape and key characteristics. Most prominent among them is their protective shell. The shell contains extensions of the turtle's skeleton, with shoulders and hips both inside a rib cage, instead of facing outward as in other animals. The ribs themselves have retracted and fused together to form a hard, solid surface. The only exceptions are the shells of soft-shelled turtles and leatherback turtles. Only part of the turtle shell is made of bone. Instead, their shells are primarily formed from soft skin and cartilage. The protective shell is an evolutionary feature from the turtle's ribs and spine, fusing together during embryonic development to form the final shell covering the entire body. Except for the limbs and head, which are covered with hard scales made of keratin. The turtle shell is used for defense against predators and protecting the body from harsh environmental conditions. S shell consists of upper and lower parts. These two halves are firmly attached at the turtle. The upper part has a dome-like structure called the carapace. Turtle carapaces are diverse in shape and size. Tortoise carapaces are often unevenly high-domed, making them hard to bite and grip. While aquatic and terrapin turtles usually have thinner, sleeker shells for better gliding through water. The flatter lower part is called the plastron. In some turtle species, the plastron has hinges to help retract the head and neck inside. Like sea turtles, tortoises and terrapins can also retract their limbs and head into the shell for defense. All turtle species are divided into two main suborders. The more primitive side-necked turtle suborder typically retracts the neck sideways, including African side-necked turtles, Madagascar big-headed turtles, and many turtles living in South America and Australia. The hidden-necked turtle suborder is more common. They retract the neck by pulling it down under the spine, forming a completely different neck structure. This suborder includes all snapping turtles, sea turtles, pond turtles, box turtles, river turtles, leaf turtles, roof turtles, pig-nosed turtles, terrapins, and soft-shell turtles. Like other reptiles, turtles are ectothermic and depend on environmental water or air temperature to regulate their body temperature. Therefore, turtles often bask in the sun to raise their body temperature before diving into warm waters or to maintain activity until evening. In colder climates, turtles maintain a state of hibernation throughout the winter months. During this time, they can live without food by reducing their bodily functions to a minimum. Some sea turtle species can even reduce their heart rate to 1 beat every 9 minutes. However, like all other reptiles, they frequently wake up to drink water. Most turtles are freshwater turtles that can be easily found in rivers, ponds, and swamps worldwide. Many species have evolved webbed feet, an ideal feature for alternating left-right paddling in water. Along with thick claws that help turtles climb riverbanks or floating logs to bask in the sun. Some species such as the box turtle have fused toes, as they rarely stay in aquatic environments for long. Meanwhile, some other species living both on land and in water will have certain periods primarily living on land. For example, the Asian leaf turtle only spends its early years living in streams, rivers, and ponds. Freshwater turtles and pond turtles can eat anything from aquatic plants to insects, snails, and fish. Since protein is essential for the development of young turtles, in their early years, any turtle species is completely carnivorous. There are 57 species of land turtles that use their clawed feet to traverse various types of terrain. We can find them in forests, deserts, grasslands, and even in urban environments. However, their heavy shells and short limbs greatly limit their speed. The fastest recorded speed of a leopard tortoise is over 0.9 kilometers per hour. As herbivorous animals, this turtle species mainly eats grass, leaves, seeds, and flowers. There are only 7 species of sea turtles remaining on Earth, including the green sea turtle, loggerhead turtle, Hemp's ridley turtle, hawksbill turtle, olive ridley turtle, flat-eyed turtle. They are found throughout the world's oceans as they often travel long distances between nesting sites and feeding grounds. They go to the sea to eat fish and various invertebrates, such as jellyfish and sponges. While some species have stronger jaws, like Kemp's ridley turtle or hawksbill turtle that specialize in eating crustaceans. Green sea turtles mainly eat seagrass and algae. All types of sea turtles have developed flippers for underwater movement. The 2 front flippers are used to propel the body forward, while the 2 rear flippers assist in steering. Sea turtles also have a unique respiratory adaptation system, with higher red blood cell counts and hemoglobin than other turtles. Additionally, they have high myoglobin levels in their muscles and large lungs. All these help them store enough oxygen to stay underwater for up to an hour with just one breath. For example, the sea turtles can also use a special anaerobic respiratory system, allowing them to breathe without oxygen when necessary. Instead of directly breaking down glucose at the cellular level to convert food into energy. Some turtle species can endure up to 30 hours in environments without any oxygen. Some turtle species, including sea turtles, pond turtles, and freshwater turtles, also develop methods to extract oxygen from water. Similar to fish gills, they often use a pair of sacs called bursae, or finger-like extensions called papillae. Near the anus is the cloaca, which combines the turtle's digestive organs. Sea turtles use glands near their eyes, tongue, or nostrils to expel excess salt absorbed into their body while swimming or breathing, in the form of tears and salty secretions, similar to crocodiles. Turtle species have excellent vision in low light conditions due to an unusually high number of rod cells in their retinas. Turtles can see colors in the spectrum from near ultraviolet to full red, allowing them to see clearly in murky dark water and during dusk on land. Since most land turtles are primarily active during the day or evening, they typically cannot see far. All turtle species have a highly developed sense of smell. Instead of relying on external nostrils, their olfactory organs originate from nerve clusters under the chin, helping them detect scents not only in air but also underwater. Male turtles often use their sense of smell to detect the presence of females when they release pheromones nearby. However, turtles' hearing ability is very limited, as they lack external ears or eardrums. Instead, sensing vibrations in air and changes in water pressure alerts them to approaching predators. Turtle shells are typically hard to resist water corrosion or drying out like land turtle shells. Unlike snake scales, turtle scales do not overlap. They do not shed all at once when the turtle matures. Instead, the scales shed in patches or individual scales, partly because turtles bask for hours under intense tropical sunlight. Or as with South American river turtles, other turtles bite and pull off old scales. Then, new scales form underneath. Turtle shells are very sensitive to temperature and physical contact. They can even feel the slightest touch on their carapace. Turtles' mouths and jaws are specialized to suit their diet, and turtle bites are typically very strong relative to the size of their jaws. Some turtle species have flatter chewing surfaces to crush crustacean shells, while others, such as alligator snapping turtles, have famously powerful jaws. They can easily bite through any prey, as these turtles are primarily carnivorous. Turtles also use their bites as a defensive weapon or to protect territory. When doing so, they are often very aggressive and can easily injure humans. Sexual dimorphism varies greatly among turtle species. Typically, female turtles are larger with flatter plastrons. 1. Sometimes female turtles have different eye colors than males, shorter tails, and narrower. 2. In female turtles, the tail is almost useless, but in males, it contains reproductive organs and develops significantly upon maturity. 3. Most turtle species take from 2 years, for land turtles, to 50 years, for blue sea turtles, to reach maturity. 4. The maturation process of turtles depends on body size rather than age, due to their very long lifespan. 5. Most turtle species live from 20 to 50 years. Some species live longer and have the highest lifespan among vertebrates. 6. The internal organs of turtles do not gradually deteriorate like in other animals. They continuously regenerate and show no signs of decay. 7. A giant hippopotamus turtle in India was recorded living up to 255 years before dying from complications of parasites. 8. Turtles are typically solitary creatures. Only a few species live in large groups, gathering during migration or mating seasons, forming groups of both male and female turtles. 9. Mating season occurs annually in most freshwater, pond, and land turtle species, usually in spring or early summer. 10. While some tropical and Mediterranean turtle species mate year-round, sea turtles only mate every 2 to 4 years. 11. The pairing process usually begins with simple courtship rituals. 12. Red-eared male turtles swim around females, wave their hind legs near the female's head, and secrete stimulating hormones. 13. If a female turtle sinks to the bottom, it means she accepts pairing with a male. 14. Meanwhile, in land turtle species, males are very aggressive. 15. They force females to submit by pecking and biting until the female retreats into her shell and allows the male to climb on. 16. Sea turtles mate under. 17. Many males compete to attract a female's attention. 18. They display their long necks to demonstrate physical superiority and their desire. 19. Generally, all turtle species practice polyandry. 20. Females seek a mate with multiple males to ensure genetic diversity. 21. Female turtles store sperm from multiple males in their oviducts before nesting. 22. They can even store sperm for many years if they don't find suitable mates in subsequent mating seasons. 23. The mating process usually occurs very. 24. Simulated. The male climbs onto his partner and curls under the female's tail. 25. Afterwards, the female returns to her nest to incubate the select. 26. Hence Ridley sea turtles and hostile species form large migratory groups of females that come ashore together to lay eggs. 27. Both sea turtles, pond turtles, and freshwater turtles lay eggs on beaches or nearby areas. 28. Land turtles typically lay eggs on south-facing slopes to receive the most sunlight. 29. The specific location is carefully chosen through soil testing. 30. Female turtles test the soil with their mouths to ensure it's not too hard or too moist for incubating eggs. 31. Once determined, the female begins digging a nesting hole. 32. This is a lengthy and laborious process, often taking many hours to complete. 33. Then, she will lay her eggs. 34. Turtles can lay from 1 to several hundred eggs at a time, depending on the species. 35. Soft-shell turtles are the most prolific egg. 36. Female soft-shell turtles can lay over. 37. Many turtle species lay between 1 and 9 eggs per season. 38. Each laying session is 39. Turtle eggs are typically small, soft, elongated. At 40. Land turtle eggs are usually harder, similar to 41. To adapt to the drier climate of their nestings. 42. Afterwards, the eggs are buried in sand or soil and left there until they hatch. 43. Daily, the mother turtle returns to the nesting site, but the eggs develop naturally. 44. Hatchlings take from 60 to 120 days to emerge, depending on the species. 45. Egg temperature determines the sex of the turtle. 46. High incubation temperatures stimulate the production of males. 47. The average temperature of turtle nests remains stable at around 30 degrees Celsius. 48. Temperature fluctuations can cause deformities in hatchlings and cause eggs to break. 49. Inside the egg, the hatchling folds its body toward the spills. 50. Gradually straightening until its head touches the eggshell. A sharp structure at the end of the mouth called an egg tooth helps them break through the shell. After consuming the yolk sac, the egg tooth falls off or wears down as the hatchling develops. Newly hatched turtles are miniature versions of their parents. Land turtle hatchlings often run around after hatching to find food and water. Meanwhile, sea turtle, pond turtle, and freshwater turtle hatchlings head straight for the nearest water source. Many turtle species live under thick seaweed to forage and protect themselves from predators. However, for most of their first 5 years, they live near the coast. Nevertheless, there are some turtle species like red-eared slider hatchlings that cannot enter the water for 3 weeks after hatching because their shells are not yet strong enough. The watermarks where they encountered people while still in the egg are clearly visible. The mortality rate among hatchlings is extremely high. Less than 1% of hatched turtles survive their first year because their shells are not yet strong enough. They are slower than adult turtles and too small, making them easy prey for small predators like lizards, snakes, birds, and wild dogs. Turtle. The word itself comes from ancient Greek roots, referring to things from the underworld, as people once believed turtles came from the land of the dead. Turtles have long been important mythical creatures in many cultures worldwide, considered symbols of wisdom and longevity. But they are also often seen as symbols of deceit and betrayal, due to their amphibious nature. African mythology often portrays turtles as both cunning tricksters and skilled heroes. In ancient Egypt, the image of the Nile turtle was used as a charm against evil and to protect human life and health. In later dynasties, turtles symbolized evil and were enemies of the sun god Ra. Turtles were sacrificed and stabbed in religious rituals. Their bodies were divided into parts for making medicine and cosmetics. Later, turtles were worshipped and became one of the 4 sacred creatures in Chinese mythology, along with the dragon, Yulin, and Phoenix. Especially in military contexts, they were considered a reflective symbol of the powerful dragon in legends. Turtles are also an essential part of creation myths. The flat plastron and rounded carapace reflect the ancient belief that the earth is flat. In Hindu mythology, turtles are part of cosmic formation, as it was believed the world is supported on the backs of 4 elephants standing on a giant turtle. Similarly, in Native American traditional culture, the world was shaped by the creator god from mud and grew larger. Only the turtle could support the world on its back. However, modern popular imagery focuses on their slowness, perseverance, and wisdom. Turtles have become an indispensable part of children's fairy tales and myths. They appear frequently in books and cartoons. Today, the popular image of turtles has made them pioneering animals for conservation efforts, used as symbols of animal rights and environmental protection. Turtles themselves have recently been utilized to promote ecotourism development in many countries, particularly sea turtles, by exploiting ecotourism resources, from observing and assisting baby turtles moving from their nests to the sea. Nowadays, turtles have also become popular pets, especially in Western countries. They are kept outdoors, in aquariums and artificial shallow ponds. Turtles are easy to raise and long-lived, but many species are unintentionally mistreated because turtle keeping is still relatively new and lacks detailed care guidance. The thick shell makes healthcare for turtles more difficult. This leads to many turtle species dying from complications or due to being kept in unsuitable environments, lacking light, or mating issues. When many breeders unintentionally practice inbreeding, causing serious consequences, turtles are also known for being selective about nesting sites. So many stubbornly refuse to nest and accept complications from not laying eggs. Like most reptiles, turtles carry salmonella bacteria in their intestines, easily transmitted to owners. Therefore, many countries have strict regulations on which turtle species are allowed for sale. Turtles are also delicacies in many cuisines. Turtle soup is particularly popular in Asian countries, leading to increasing numbers of turtles being hunted and farmed for meat. Turtle plasterns are considered valuable medicine in Chinese, used to prepare giling gao sold to millions of Southeast Asians. Turtle fat is widely used in Latin America in cosmetic production. Turtles also face many threats from climate change. Deforestation, polluted and acidified oceans, rivers, and lakes. Overfishing seriously threatens the food sources of sea turtles. Meanwhile, endemic land and freshwater turtle species of tropical rainforest are facing the risk of habitat loss. Land turtles are particularly heavily impacted, with over 70% of known land turtle species having disappeared. 27 species are on the brink of extinction, and over 240 species are seriously threatened. Turtles may be beloved worldwide, but despite their long lifespan in ancient evolutionary history, their survival time is shortening. Now, only radical conservation efforts can protect turtles. Otherwise, everything will be too late. This was once their world. We can only hope the world of turtles will revive, as they are strong and resilient survivors on land, in the deep sea, across every continent, within the oceans, to become one of the last remaining wildlife species on Earth.
Curious? Subscribe and step through the next anomaly.